A new day, new nonsense. So women are shaming men who refuse to marry only fools girls or content creators as they like to call themselves. This is the new reality that we are in. If you guys remember, maybe around a year ago, I don't know if it was exactly entirely a year ago, Miley Cyrus, her brother, who's older than her, came out and talked about, the consequences of being a 3-0 and then dash 4. And a lot of women were very furious with him. He talked about only fools and he explained why women need to stay away from only fools and the fact that, when they go onto that platform and they've worked on that platform, men are not going to want to have a relationship with them. And a lot of only fools content creators and the men that they were with came online, they attacked him, they shamed him, they basically canceled him, and he hasn't been heard from since. This is a guy who's covered in tattoos, and this is the situation. He was basically talking about that. And Miley has actually come out. She came out with a song. I think it was called "Flowers," and she was basically singing about when she used to be young, and now life has been very hard for her. Her reputation is damaged because we know everything that she did when she was in her 20s. Miley's voice has also changed recently, and she basically blames it on she has a condition that caused her voice to change. She even had vocal surgery, and she was told by her doctor that she has the vocal cords of what do you call it, of like a person in their 60s or 70s, which is absolutely correct, because with that specific condition you usually don't see someone developing that condition until they're in their 60s and 70s. So you hear those women who have those stranger voices, kind of raspier. Yeah, that's what's happening to Miley right now. And she's saying that it's because she talks a lot, but that I don't think that's what the reason is. She doesn't drink anymore. She stopped using drugs, and honestly, I'm thinking it has more to probably do with her consumption of drugs and alcohol, and the way that she was living, than because she was a singer and she talks too much. Because there are people who talk all day long. All right, sweetie. There are people who work in call centers. I worked at a call center, various different call centers throughout my life, and I am sure I did a lot more talking than she did. Okay, I understand the whole acting thing, but there are many actors out there who've done a lot more acting than Miley. Okay, there are a lot of actresses out there. There are a lot of women who are, and Miley is extremely famous. Don't get me wrong, she's extremely famous, but there are people who've done way more than Miley, way more acting, way more singing, dancing, the full everything, okay? The full Monty. And they have not ended up with vocal cords like her. So I'm not, and again, it could just be genetics. It could be, the thing is that her father is also a performer. He's an actor, and it's just very, very strange. And I don't believe her entirely. I feel like there's something more. There may be something more to it. Always treat everything you hear as a lie, and then try to look for the truth in the lies. What we can say is that it does appear she's telling the complete truth, that she has this condition, because it does fall in line with others who have those types of voices, and the research I've done on it. But how she ended up developing it, that is something else. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this content, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. And of course, members for the channel do get new videos early. If you'd like to learn more about that, click the join button down below this video. So, I mean, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. And now you have these only fools, content creators that are now pissed off because men don't want to have relationships with them. Men are not marrying them, and they're basically going scorched earth on men who refuse to do this. If this does not show you how little women think of men in Western society, and the reason why there's no more Western society, there's no more rebuilding the society, guys. There's no more coming back from this. When you consider the way that modern women have lived, the kinds of body counts that they have, only simps want these relationships. Only simps are going to go and wife single mothers. Only simps are going to go and get into relationships with women who have these crazy body counts, who can no longer pair bond. Like, you have to be an idiot to do it. And every man can make his own decision. Every man can make his own decision. But when you make a decision, understand you're going to be responsible. You're going to be accountable for that. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. And the name of the channel the video comes from is The Inner Walkabout. I was going to say The Inner Circle and Inner Walkabout. And you can check it out in the description of the video. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in.
So here's a crazy thing for today. Why not? It's a Monday. I just opened my phone, opened Twitter, and I read this. Most men don't care. They like OnlyFans girls and would wife them. Good-looking guys too. I don't understand. The percentage of men who don't like OnlyFans girls, etc., is probably about 10% of men. The rest of them lack self-respect. I don't know who this woman is. I'm not even following her. I don't know why I'm seeing this, or guessing it's because of the OF. But I've just, had this on my face, on my feed. It's 1,000 followers. I don't know who she is. I don't really care. Everyone is looking for engagement. So I suppose this is, it's a provocative post. So you get replies. In fact, she's succeed because there are 330 comments in this. So when I see something like that, I like to read the comments and see, what's going on. And it's always amazing. It's always the level of awareness in this world is beyond my understanding. There's so many things beyond my understanding. So anyway, I've commented and I've said, you are also ignorant because OnlyFans girls are mostly married or coupled. So OnlyFans is a business. It's not a lifestyle. There is such a misunderstanding with this. A lot of men don't have self-respect. You're right. But I wouldn't say it's most. Honestly, most men haven't been taught what they should care about. And they've been taught to put women on pedestals and to use women as a metric of self-worth. So it's hard to have standards. So there's truth in there. There's truth in there. Men haven't been taught, men and women, we haven't been taught many things, a lot of things that we haven't been taught. And putting women in a pedestal, why would you do that? You have to put yourself in a pedestal first. You need to know yourself first. And that's what people don't do at all. And have standards. Again. So what do you think an OnlyFans girl is? However, I've been thinking about it as I was driving, by the way. And the thing is, I realize that there are OnlyFans girls and OnlyFans girls. Like there are, for example, sexual fantasies and sexual fantasies. So I was thinking, something as naive, like having the fantasy to have sex with a teacher, for example. Why? Because maybe it's regardless of you are a man or a woman, So a teacher that you admire maybe, and that is older than you, usually, and it is a genuine thing to have a fantasy about that. There's nothing wrong with that. I cannot see anything wrong with that. It's a fantasy, okay? However, in my experience, in my career, I've found things that are not that naive, that are not that innocent, if you know what I mean. Like, and I'm gonna just mention this quickly, so it doesn't sink in. Some people have the fantasy to be a human toilet. Do you see my point here? Do you see the difference? So you cannot put all sexual fantasies in the same bucket because they're not the same.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is the kind of sick reality that we now live in. There's a lot of these women who are basically attacking men for having any standards whatsoever. And there was a lot of truth that what she read, where men have been taught to not have any standards and not to put themselves first and to put women on a pedestal. And in reality, this is something the woman said, is that a man should put himself on the pedestal. And here's the thing about being a man. If you are a man and you put yourself on a pedestal, you will find out very quickly whether or not you belong on that pedestal or not, if you can or you cannot back it up. And that's the crazy thing about being a man, because you have to back it up very quickly, or society will check you very, very quickly. Reality will check you very, very quickly. Most women who have themselves on pedestals, they can't back any of it up. They immediately turn to victimization, say I'm a victim, and then they are brought in by the sisterhood, rushes to their aid and says, yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's because of patriarchy. Like, guys, this is the reality. A society where women are held accountable for nothing and men are held accountable for everything, even the things they didn't do. It's a sickening society which no one wants to live in. Okay, and now you have, this is where we're at right now, guys. Only Fools, that platform's gonna get shut down. They shut down Omega for less. They shut down Omega for less because you had a lot of young people on that platform and they fought for years and they shut down Omega. And you think Only Fools is going to stay on? I guarantee you right now, the Justice Department has likely been working for the better part of a decade to build a case against Only Fools. A number of years ago, if you recall, Only Fools wanted to stop adult content on the platform. And then there was so much furor about it that they reversed course and said they've been guaranteed by the people who process their payments that they'll allow them to continue processing the payments, because they don't want to process payments for that type of work. Anytime you have adult content, you have to, like, it's very hard to find a payment processor that'll actually process payments for adult content. And there's so many issues, for example, with SA and specifically CP on that platform. And it's insane. They, like, content creators on that platform are always getting shut down, and they go to other platforms like Fansly that have, that's more lax. Guys, they're going to get shut down so soon. I don't know how I when I say soon, it'll likely be a while longer, although who knows, but it's going to get shut down. And a lot of the people who created that platform, the people who work to keep that platform going, all of those, the people who work on the platform. So, for example, the content creators and the so-called managers, they call themselves managers. They're really pimps. Okay, all of those people are going to jail. You're going to see a lot of these. So, guys, you're going to see celebrities who decided that they were going to go on that platform and make money on that platform. You're going to see them being walked out by FBI agents, hands behind their backs, heads down, and they damn well know what they did. They damn well know what they did. I'm telling y'all. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, you want even more of this content, consider checking out the Men Walking Away channel, where I release daily videos. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? This whole marrying an OF girl thing? They're pissed off because men don't want to marry OF content creators. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.